So today we're going to talk about making friends in the US as a Nigerian woman. The thing is, okay, I've been in the US for like almost 7 years, and I've met people from different backgrounds, different places. I've even met a lot of Nigerians here. And I remember when I first came, a lot of friends, my friends back home asked me, like, oh, have you met anybody? Have you made friends? Or go to the park, maybe you meet somebody. And, you know, in American movies, people meet people at the park and they make it look like, oh, it's so easy to talk to people in this country. Yeah, sometimes it is, but not all the time because people are people. So I'm going to start with making friends with Nigerians in the US. Nigerians, a lot of Nigerians that come here have this thing like, oh, I came here before you. Like if they came here before you and then you met them, like maybe while talking, they now discover that, oh, you just came in. You just came in. They treat you like, oh, I came before you. Like they have that mentality. I don't know what my phone is doing. No, stop. I'm not working out. Sorry. So they do that and they just don't want to associate with you. I have a friend that's she experienced that several times, and her husband just said, you know what, don't talk to them, like there's no point. So there are also some, and then if you've been here for several years and then a Nigerian comes around and they got to meet you or something, and now here you speaking your Nigerian accent, they don't want to talk to you. Like, why are you not saying what? Why are you not talking American? She's speaking American accent, but now, like, so when they discover that they don't want to talk to you, you can say, oh, how do you know? But like, the thing is, I noticed that some, when they come, they start twisting their tongue and trying to talk like Americans so that, I don't know, maybe just to blend in or something. But the funny thing is, when you're talking like that, you just sound very ridiculous because you cannot just pick. I don't know, like people learn accents. So when you just pick it and you start saying something and they're sounding very weird, you're going to look very weird. So I noticed that there was somebody like that didn't want to get close to us. Instead, he was talking to people and rolling his tongue and everything. And then he saw that even with that, he wasn't being accepted. And well, anyway, that's long story. That's after that experience, I think he started changing the way he sees this country. Let me just leave it like that. Then we have the Nigerians that if they are students, they're always carrying this thing on their head. Oh, I'm an MBA. Oh, I'm a PhD. Like that's if, yeah, they're students, right? Or maybe the ones that are already working, they feel like, I'm working. I'm not on your level. Like you're not up to me. You're not up to my class. And then the ones that are students, because my husband was a student. Now he's a postdoc. The ones that are students, they only want to talk to students. And if your spouse happens to be the student, they want to get close to him and ignore you. And I've had the experience several times. And when we noticed that that was the vibe, we just cut them off because my husband will not take anybody disrespecting me. Like, what kind of friendship are you trying to have with him that you feel like you can disrespect his wife? And when all of that just starts happening, we just like cut them off because we're always on the same page. That's one thing I love about my husband. We're always on the same page about these things. We know what we like, we know what we cannot stand. So they feel like, oh, because they are PhDs or master students or something, like my husband would prefer them over me. But but that's just shallow mindset, and like, I don't know. So, but you won't blame them now because some men will make them feel like they are more important than their wives because they are the other woman, or they are the woman that is in school, they're the woman that has a career or whatever. And some men will just make them feel like, oh, they are important. So that's why they feel like when they go around other men that are married or that are in relationships, that they can fool around with the husband or like flirt with the husband and then ignore the wife, and or form this close friendship with the husband, like asking your husband for favors and not being friends with you. At least if they're friends with you, they can go through you to get favors from your husband, but they just want to go directly to your husband. And once my husband says that, just please stay far. Like his family comes first, and that's something I love a lot about him. So let's talk about African American women. Some African American women don't like Nigerians because of their experience with other Nigerians. So making friends with them. Sorry, before we continue, I met some very good Nigerians that are my friends that I call friends, like really good Nigerians. So it's not all Nigerians I've had bad experiences with, just some that have that very horrible mindset. But I met good Nigerians that are very good friends up till now. So, and I've also met some Ghanaians that I met two Ghanaian couples that were really, really nice, and we got very close. I watch their kids, they watch my kids, we hang out, we have parties and everything. So let's establish that before we move to the next point. So talking about making friends with African Americans, I think I have like one or two African American friends. My husband also has a couple of African American friends, and they're very good people. Then again, we've met some African Americans that don't like Nigerians, like, and it's because of their experience with some Nigerians that want to make them feel like they're not up to. And if you think about it, it's just rubbish because I don't know why people have this mindset of I'm better than you because I'm from this place, or some Nigerians have bought into this whole rubbish and prejudice that the news is always feeding them and everything, and they just come here feeling like, oh, I'm better than African Americans. Oh, I'm so hardworking. Oh, because I'm from Nigeria, that is tough. If I come to the US, I'll do better. Blah blah blah. You have to manage how you talk about these things because African Americans, their whole experience in this country is a lot different from ours back in Nigeria. So coming here and making them feel like you are better than them is enough reason for them to not want to associate with other Nigerians. I think I even remember some people telling me, "Oh, don't associate with African Americans, or don't talk to them, or don't make friends with them." I'm like, please, I don't generalize. I cannot do that because for me, being from Nigeria, I already know how people think of Nigerians. So for me to now say, oh, I'm better than this group of people. Yes, I'm less than this group of people, but I'm better than this group of people. I even saw an Instagram post where one lady was saying that also some white person told her that they prefer Africa, that they like Africans from Africa because we are more obedient, and she were more obedient than African Americans, and she took it as a compliment. And I was wondering, like, what kind of rubbish? Why do you think that's a compliment? That's the kind of thing that you tell person to show that compliment up there. But she took it as a compliment, and that was the last time I ever watched her content. I just stopped looking at her content on Instagram. So when they hear things like that, when maybe Nigerians are looking for white people's validation, when they hear things like that, they take it as a compliment, but it's not a compliment. It's a very stupid thing for anybody to say to you, and you shouldn't take it as a compliment. So when they take that and they go out there and feel like they're better than African Americans will not want to deal with us. They will not want to talk to us. And then again, there are some African Americans that feel like they're better than us because they are in America, and the news has convinced them that oh, Africa is poor. We drink water from muddy puddles. You would even see it in YouTube video comments where they say, "Oh, Africans that are drinking water from muddy puddles, or Nigerians that drink water from muddy puddles. Nigeria is poor. Nigeria is this. Nigeria is corrupt. America is equally corrupt." If you don't know, you know that now. America is corrupt as well. Anyway, so those African Americans, they don't want to deal with you. When they hear your accent, or maybe when they see you, they even know that you're from Africa, you're not from here. I believe they can tell. And once they hear your accent or they just see you, they don't want to talk to you. I see them at the gym, I'm like, okay, we that kind of thing, want to say hello or whatever. They will not make eye contact with you. They would avoid making eye contact with you. So that's African Americans. So in every race, whatever, there are weird people and there are regular people, and it's just one of those things. It doesn't mean African Americans are bad, it doesn't mean Nigerians are better, but we just have weird people on every side. So the next group of people we talk about as far making friends are white women. Making friends with white women, I've met a lot of white women that are wonderful, wonderful. Like we have family friends that are white people, and this white family, they're just wonderful. I don't know what other word to use. Like they are wonderful. And I have a couple of friends too that I hang out with about my age, white women, and very good people that I call friends, I call family, that kind of thing. And then, excuse me, I've met some white women that act like, oh, they want to get close to you, but they just want, they feel like when they hear that you're married, they want to save you from your African husband because what they've heard over and over is African men are oppressing African women. So when they invite me to hang out, it's mostly like, oh, let your husband watch the kids today. Oh, let your husband babysit today. Oh, don't mind him. We'll take you out. We'll, like, stop trying to save me. I don't need you to save me. My husband is not oppressing me. My husband is even telling me go out, go and hang out. But sometimes I just want to be in the house. Sometimes I don't want to go because I don't want to hear, oh, don't mind him. I don't want to hear it. And when I hear things like that, I'm like, don't worry. It's not like he's stopping me from going out. I'm the one that likes to be indoors sometimes because I have so many things that I like to do. I like to write on my blog. I like to look at social social media. I like to spend time with my kids. I like to bake with the kids. I like to hang out with my husband, watching football, watching our favorite shows. So going out all the time and hanging out with people that feel like they want to save you from your husband that you've known for close to 10 years, it's just weird. So that's why sometimes I don't get close to some white women. But I have lots of white women that are wonderful that I call friend. There's one that we call Grammy. There's one we call Nana. Those ones love my kids and they take care of my kids and they're just wonderful. And then I have some that are about my age bracket and they're wonderful women. Can text them, I chat with them once in a while. Wonderful people. So it's not a generalization issue. So moving on, then there are some white women that might see you today and have a whole talk with you. A whole talk with you. Like I met one at the gym and we're just talking. Oh, she said she liked my perfume. She sprayed on herself. She took a picture of the bottle that she was trying to get it, blah blah blah. That was the first time we talked. Second time we talked, she asked me where are you from. I told her and then she told me she was traveling to Ghana and blah blah blah. I was at the gym. We had a whole conversation and everything. So the third time that we saw, this time the first few times was in the locker room. Then the third time was in the gym itself. So I was talking with her and I was like, oh, that's my husband. She was like, oh, that beautiful man, whatever. So we just laughed about it. I told her that okay, that if you would like to grab a drink one of these days or dinner, whatever, that let's exchange contact. She said, okay. And when she's done with her workout. By the time I finished my workout, I couldn't find her anywhere. So I left her that okay, maybe she had to hurry, whatever. Then a few months later or so, I saw her at the gym and she kept a straight face. She would not make eye contact with me. Like even when I passed beside her, she avoided me. She avoided looking at me. So I don't understand. I think you can say it's an individual thing, but I don't know. It's just weird. Well, that was my experience with that white woman. So yeah, I was just thinking that after having conversations like three times, at least you know me. Even if you don't want to talk to me today, it's just hello and we just continue moving or something. But she avoided looking at me. So I don't know. Because sometimes when you're getting close to people in this country, not just white people, a lot of people in this country, when you're getting close to them or when you're trying to be friends, when you feel like, oh, what are you looking to gain? So they start avoiding you because they feel like you don't have anything to offer them, but maybe they have something to offer and they don't want to offer, or there's something that you would gain from talking to them, from being friends with them. So they would like put this wall and block you, like, yeah. So also, excuse me. Also, some white people have this group of friends. You've watched if you've watched Friends, the series, you see they always have this group of friends, and those group of friends will always be group of friends. They it's very weird. I don't know. I just find it very weird. And Sometimes I've seen several Reddit posts where they're like, oh, somebody brought a friend into our group of friends without telling us, or we don't like that person. Maybe the person is never doing anything wrong, but they just don't like that person because this is the group they've always been together since high school, or maybe they've always been together since college, and bringing a new person in is like spoiling stuff. I don't know. They have that thing. So when even when you're hanging out with them, you're just the other person. You understand? So you're not part of the friends. Not like I want to be in a group or something, but when you say they're always putting you out, you just know that you are the other person. You're not their friend. You're just so the friendship is kind of surface level, and sometimes also from Reddit you'd hear things like, "Oh, this happened," and they cannot tell their friends. Something happens, and they cannot tell their friends in their friends group because they feel like sharing their problems is a weakness or something, or the friendship is not excuse me, the friendship is not that deep enough for them to share their problems. So the friendship is just, oh, we do this, or we work in this place, all of us earn this kind of money, all of us work in this kind of place, that kind of thing. I feel it's more surface level friendship. I'm not saying all white people, I'm saying some white people. So yeah, then what else? Then as usual, just like most women from other races, they try to flirt with your husband in front of you. They try to, if they met him before you, sorry, if like maybe they work with him or something, they try to act like they know him more than you, just from how many hours working together in the office. Try to act like you know him better than you, and they want to talk about him like in a very personal way or something. I don't know how to put it, but they want to flirt with your partner in front of you, and like you just feel like he would prefer them to you because they feel like they're, I don't know, they always feel like black is at the bottom of the race hierarchy and white is at the top, and because they are white, your husband will prefer them to you or something. But I don't really let that bother me because there's no racism in my country. So when you start doing that, I just see it as foolishness because there's there's no way that you're better than me because you're a white person. You're not better than me. So anyway, that's something that some white women do. And yeah, I think I already mentioned that. I don't know if I mentioned that some white people don't like it when you don't like their hobbies. Like they like to do things like trivia, escape room, hiking, and me when I don't like something, I say straight up, I don't like this thing. And I noticed that once I said I don't like trivia, they didn't invite me out anymore. They started hanging out on their own, and it's fine. It was their whole group, and I wasn't part of the group, so I think it was kind of an out for me. So yeah. Then and about the hobby, I heard I heard that instead of saying, "Oh, I don't like this thing," that you make up maybe that it's rude for you to say you don't like this hobby that they enjoy. And I think this is for people that feel like they are classy. So excuse me, I don't know what's wrong with my throat. So they prefer that you come up with some excuse, some lie, like, oh, my kid is sick, oh, my dad is in town, just make up some lie instead of telling them the truth that you don't actually like this thing, because then that you don't like their hobby offends them. But telling them that lie is kind of polite because now nobody's feelings are hurt. I mean, nobody's feelings is hurt. I don't know, it's grammar. So anyway, that's about being friends, making friends with some white women. Then Asians and Latinas are, I don't know, really, I'm indifferent because I've not had enough experience with them. And I have a Chinese lady that I don't know if I can call her my friend or an acquaintance, but she was really cool, really nice, very open minded. So I had a very good experience the short time that I knew her. So I can't really say for other. Asians, but I think I've also seen some Asians that they just act very weird, like they are uncomfortable around you because you're black. And not tell me that I don't know if somebody's uncomfortable around me. I know when somebody's avoiding eye contact with me. And the thing is, you don't even have to smile at me or anything. You are walking and you see somebody, you see them, you pass. You don't have to smile, you don't have to say anything. People see people and they pass. But then when somebody goes like, you know that they're uncomfortable around you. So that's something I noticed with some Asians, some Indians, some, I don't know, Koreans. Yeah. And yeah, I think that's about it. And I noticed that some Indians are, how will I say it? They don't like the fact that Nigerians are comfortable. Like they feel like you should revere them. I don't know. Like you should feel like you are less than them. And that's because of their caste system in their country. So some Indians feel like you should feel like you're less than them, or like you should act like you're less than them, because that's what happens in their country. And they'll say things like, oh, Nigerians are too proud, or Nigerians are rude or something, because you are not worshiping them because of their bright skin. You're not worshiping them or something. They get offended. I noticed that in West Virginia a lot. They get offended that you're comfortable talking to them, or like you're not, how would I say, like you're just being yourself. They don't like it. They feel like you should feel less than, you should feel beneath them. But there's no way that the average Nigerian will feel beneath anybody, unless those that are looking for white people's approval. So anyway, that's all I have to say about making friends in the US as a Nigerian woman. I have a lot of I have a few Nigerian friends in the US here. Very good people, some Ghanaian friends, some white friends, African American friends, Chinese friend. She's wonderful. And I have a Latina friend, Mary. Lily is my American friend that goes to downtown with me all the time. And yeah, and then we have family friends that are white, that are black, and just nice people all around. So this video is not intended to point at people and call people bad or something. It's just my experience living in the US, and just making you understand that America is a good place to live in. But these are things that happen. It's not to discourage or scare anybody from coming. If you want to come to the US, come to the US, enjoy yourself. And don't look at those people that make you feel like, oh, I first you come. It's not, that's their business. If they came here before you, they came after you, if they don't want to be friends with you, it's all right. It's always better to make friends with people that want to make friends with you, or else it's just a toxic, stupid, one-sided friendship, which you don't need, because they're not paying you to be their friend. So why waste your time? Well, that's all I have to say for this video. I wish I could show you this. The whole length of this dress is very pretty, but you'd see it in the thumbnail. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. I'm Bray, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Okay, let me see if I can stop this video this time. Bye.